Welcome to Heart of Worship Church Podcast. For more podcasts, sermon videos, daily devotions, great new worship music, and more, be sure to download our app by searching Heart of Worship Church in the App Store or Google Play, or visit us online at heartofworshipchurch.com.
Are we bound to idols unaware? What profiteth the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it, the molten image, and the teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusteth therein, or make dumb idols? Woe unto him that saith to the wood, Awake, and to the dumb stone, Arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silent before him. Habakkuk 2:18-20. I've heard it said that God has made people to love and things to use, not the other way around. Humans have always had a tendency to worship the works of their own hands while neglecting the humble reverencing of God. When Cain offered the work of his own hands as a sacrifice to God, it displeased God because he knew that Cain was proud of what he had produced. He felt ownership. He felt it was his. He felt it deserved to be noticed. He wasn't worshiping God by laying this thing before him. He was worshiping his own work and was expecting God to participate. When God didn't approve, yet was pleased with Abel's obedience to sacrifice something that he loved, rather than to present something that he was proud of making, Cain's true prideful colors manifested, and in a jealous rage, he slew his brother. This persists throughout biblical times, with countless peoples, tribes, and nations being brought to ruin through the provoking of God to anger by those more intent to worship the works of their own hands rather than God. Romans 1:25, among other verses, tells us how poorly God looks on those who choose to worship creation more than the Creator. How much more poorly, then, must he look on those who worship the creations of the creation than the Creator of all? We may not fashion for ourselves statues of men and beasts to bend the knee to and worship, but we still serve idols of wood, stone, silver, and gold. We love the works of our own hands, and we give them first priority in our lives whether we realize it or not. We put TV before time in the Word. We put Facebook and playing on our phones, computers, or games before time with our family, loved ones, and even before prayer and communion with God. We may not worship graven images anymore, but we worship digital ones. We idolize these fake personas, these images of characters that are laid before us on screens of glass rather than tablets of stone. But it is the same. While God is calling us to spend time with Him, we are rejecting Him to spend time with these idols that not only steal our time, service, and attention away from God, but that stand in direct opposition to all that He is and does, to all that is holy. We make idols of our money, our jobs, our homes, cars, professions, and possessions. We give all of our time, energy, and devotion to the things made by the hands of men, knowing that it will never satisfy, and we will be forever seeking for something more. We are ever looking for a new idol to fill the emptiness left by the last one. We are a creation longing for communion with its Creator, yet too busy trying to be Him, to see Him. Just like in our opening verse, we worship the idols built by our own hands, while God stands alone in silence in the empty and quiet places, in the churches and houses of God. No one seeking Him, no one reverencing Him, no one willing to lay the idols down and talk with Him. Let us commit today to reverence God and make Him our first priority. Let us honor and cherish His voice calling to us. Let us hunger and thirst for time with Him above all other things. Let us serve Him with our whole heart's desire and devotion. Let us want nothing more than we want Him, place nothing before time with Him, or serve anything that opposes Him from this day forward. If ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affections on things above, and not on things of the earth. Colossians 3, verses 1 and 2. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Matthew 16:26.
Thank you for listening to Heart of Worship Church podcast. For more podcasts, sermon videos, daily devotions, great new worship music, and more, be sure to download our app by searching Heart of Worship Church in the App Store or Google Play, or visit us online at heartofworshipchurch.com.